I'm very happy that these my two bills has been passed, the third reading and passed. And I pray that God will touch Mr. President as he had to assent to the bills whenever it's sent to him. You will agree with me that the National Sports Commission has been a thing that is lacking in this country because the ministers are political appointees. Whenever they come, if they don't like the face of somebody who is the DG, they will scrap the National Commission because it doesn't have any legal backing. So I felt that there's need for us to give it legal backing. This bill was passed in the 8th Assembly, the National Sports Commission. It was passed in the 8th Assembly, but it was not assented to. So luckily, I came back and I started it again. I want to use this opportunity to thank Mr. President of the Senate, distinguished Senator Dr. Ahmed Lawan, all the leadership of the Senate, and the entire my colleagues, because there's no dissenting voice in these two bills. All the senators supported the bill because they felt this bill has to do with the Nigerian youths. They are the main beneficiaries of this bill if it is ascended to. So I thank you all for the audience. God bless you all.
Any question? Yes, please.
The president did assent to you. What gives you the assurance that you will not still go through the same difficulty as the last time? What's the difference this time?
Well, thank you very much. The atmosphere in the 8th Assembly.
The second question has to do with just yesterday. Julius Berger handed the national stadium back to the federal government that they have come to. The national stadium, the Moshood Adela national stadium, back to the federal government. He spent a lot of money putting that place back to us.
Impression. It is not Julius Berger. The national stadium was done by Dangote Group. So don't give credit to another person. We have to give the credit to the man who has done it. I want to assure you that the problem we have is maintenance culture. If we can change our style to maintain all the facilities, there will be no problem. And I do hope that the same man who helped, God has touched him to help Nigerian youths, because this stadium is all about Nigerian youths. I'm sure he's going to see that the stadium is maintained for at least for some years. Because one thing in this stadium that if it's not maintained, after 1 year you will not know it again. That is the truth. The Julius Berger is that build the place. They have number of years they're supposed to maintain it. And when their money is no longer coming, they call it a quit. And that was exactly what's happened. And I want to assure you that the Honourable Minister is doing very well, and I'm sure he will not relate in fixing other stadium. In National Stadium Lagos, that has been left for a long time, is under renovation now, and the man doing that is Babi Jabu. He's a Premier Lotto. He's the one rehabilitating that stadium. I do hope that in no distant time they will hand it over to the federal government. Thank you.
My own question has to do with sports investing.
Being sustained, that one will also be sustained. But there's different thing in sports. Sports, these days is no longer play. It's business oriented. They are also going to generate revenue on their own to augment whatever the government will be giving to them. And mind you that university will have something like academy, and if it's managed very well and they sell 1, 2, 3 players, they may not need money from federal government to run the university. And again, it's also going to help this country, because you no longer have dropouts, because everybody has one talent or the other given to him or her by God. So I'm sure that if we do it the way it is done outside, we are not going to regret establishing that university. And with time, they can establish, campuses in other zones to make it easier. For instance, when you go to a place like Boronu, they have a very good place for sporting activities. When you go to Jos, you find another atmosphere there in sporting activities. When you go to a place like Rivers, so in the country, in everywhere, you have something you can show. But what is important, let us kickstart it. Let us start going. Let all of you, the journalists, assist the National Assembly in praying to the President to assent to the bill. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.